aka Mr. Kreate Leverage, always creating leverage. Always remember create with a K. I do not spell my create with a C. I spell my create with a K because my name is Kevin Lee, aka Mr. Kreate Leverage. And it's the Kreate Leverage podcast where financial literacy meets social issues, where social issues meets entertainment. And our ultimate goal is to uplift and inspire fallen humanity. I want to give a shout out to my sponsors, Foreign Exchange Lounge, 200 Hoover Avenue, Las Vegas, Nevada. They are open Tuesday through Sunday. Poetry, spoken words, live jazz, all of the fly stuff, all of the fly people. You won't miss it, and you won't miss it, and you won't miss a good time going there. Also, Kreate Leverage Enterprise, the whole Kreate Leverage Enterprise. That means creative toys, create with a K, Kreate Leverage 360 photo booth, Kreate Leverage clothing, Kreate Leverage photography, all the Kreate Leverage is the sponsors of the podcast. We will make sure we leave their link in the description along with the brothers' information. You guys know I like to start off my podcast while asking everyone, the viewers and listeners and my guests, how is their mental health? We all know that mental health is a big issue in the world, in the United States for sure. Some of your family, some of your relatives, you yourself might have dealt with mental health issues. And a lot of people think that mental health issues is you're diagnosed clinically with something. No, that's not always the case. You can have a mental health issue by your mental health being unbalanced. So if you are dealing with something in your life, get in the comment section. Let us know what that is. You might be able to, somebody might hear your story and might be going through the same thing in life. So I want to ask my guest, before I even introduce him, how's your mental health, my brother?
Oh, man, too blessed to be stressed, baby. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Keep up the good work.
Right on, sir.
All right. Greg DeVille is our guest. Greg, you all right?
I'm good, man. I'm excited, man. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you for the opportunity, brother.
You look fresh. You're
Absolutely.
looking groomed. You're looking
Right on.
up and alive.
Yes.
Look like you're taking care of yourself, drinking plenty of water,
Yep.
plenty rest.
Plenty rest. Get up when I'm through sleeping, baby.
And you went to church this morning.
Went to church this morning.
What was the message about?
We talking about fasting.
Okay.
Talking about fasting, man. How to separate, to have that dedicated time. Yeah. So that was good. It was good, man.
Got you.
Yeah.
So he is an author. This is his book right here. We will get into that. However, we want to get into a backstory on him, where he comes from, and how did he get to where he's at today.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. So where you from?
I'm from Lake Charles, Louisiana,
Okay.
by way of California. Moved from Southern Cal, in 1968.
Okay.
1968. And actually 1967. I was born in 65. 67, moved to California and lived in Southern Cal, for about 38 years before, locating to Las Vegas. Yeah.
Both parents in the household?
No, raised by my dad.
Okay.
Didn't meet my mom until I was 13. She stayed in Louisiana, but Pops brought me here and raised me, taught me to be the man I am. Gave me the skills and some stuff. The world taught me.
What kind of skills? What kind of skills?
So I have a home improvement business as well as a brokerage.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he gave you those skills?
Gave me those skills.
Gotcha.
It's in the book too. Yeah.
Well, what did he do?
So my dad worked for Century Hardware, which is the supplier for all the Century Hardware chains. So back in the day, we didn't have Home Depot, right? We didn't have Lowe's. We had hardware stores. So my dad worked for the big chain that supplied the hardware stores. So if they needed 10 shovels, they put the order in to the big, like we do Amazon, we place orders. So my dad was an order filler for the major hardware and filling orders in the warehouse, so.
Gotcha.
Yep.
So he was pretty much one of your first teachers.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Pops, man, in fact, I didn't even like what he was teaching. 'Cause my boys was out playing in the street playing football. I'd rather have been, but when they knock on the door, be like, can Greg come out and play? Pops say, no, he working.
He working.
He working. Pops had me fixing stuff, cutting grass, trimming trees, going in the house. Being the only child, I was raising the only child, so I had to do everything.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So how was life growing up? Like, what were some of the lessons that you had to go through, some of the hard lessons? Because we all have a backstory.
Absolutely.
And this podcast here is the premises of the podcast is, so it's when financial literacy.
Yeah.
So I bring brothers on here like yourself
Yes.
that are successful in life, but that have went through the struggle.
Right.
When financial literacy means social issues, social issues is the issues that you went through,
Yeah.
the issues that the people that I am trying to inspire
Right.
are going through. But social issues means entertainment, and this is the showbiz.
Yeah. Yeah.
However, our ultimate goal is to inspire
Right.
and uplift fallen humanity. So what are some of the pitfalls in life that you had to go through?
You know, my dad was pretty stringent on me, man. He was I was raised in a strict household. You know, my dad was an alcoholic. You know, and as he got older, it got worse. In fact, alcoholism was heavily in my family. That's why at a young age in my book, I talk about, you know, taking on alcoholism and drug addiction because it was so prevalent in the 80s. It was the late 70s, early 80s. It was, you know, I was just telling the other day, man, we didn't know we had a problem because it was a way of life. You didn't find out you had a problem until it became a problem.
Until it became a problem, huh?
Yeah, you stealing and robbing and thieving and, you know, yeah. But
problem.
before then, we just blazing. We just getting hot, you know. But as we became needed upon, you know, it gave us another identity to become who we, you know, yeah.
That part right there.
That part.
So you been in jail before?
So I was facing, I've been to jail 9 times in 99 and incarcerated, you know, they facing 2 years for what they caught me for. A lot more I got away with than I got caught for. But what I got caught for, they said, we're going to give you 2 and we're going to give you 5-year probation. And I said, well, let me go knock these 2 out and figure out how to stay out of here. Right? And so.
Yeah. Good story. I mean, well, good points. And I want to highlight the fact that you were able to go through that, continue to go through the bullshit, whatever. Because I would imagine that it didn't stop there.
Yeah.
However, you became successful.
Right.
So that means that if you, viewers and listeners,
Right.
have went through something, are going through something, or know someone that is going through something, you can get through that and still be successful and give back to fallen humanity, because that's what he's doing. This is a testimony, a testimony to talk to you and tell you that, hey man, if he went through it and got through it, then you can go through it and get through it yourself.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Got you.
That's it.
Real estate and a real estate broker.
Right, right. So the real estate first, you know, went to school. You know, I'd been working in real estate for over, 30 years already, right? Nearly 40 years, because my dad taught me the skills of home improvement. So I'd been a handyman for nearly 40 years.
Gotcha.
Started as a young man. I know you look at me, but I'm 60 years old. You know,
keep up the good work.
Yeah, doing what I got to do to keep things looking right. You know, getting up when I'm done sleeping and learning not to stress. Because if I can't fix it today, we get another day. Try it again, right? And then keep the stress levels down.
Keep the stress levels down.
Keep the stress levels down. Yeah, but went to school, got to Vegas in 2001. Working here as a handyman, fixing houses. Vegas was booming in '01. Started fixing on houses with the real estate companies because, they're in touch with houses. So I've always been connected with the real estate industry, because they're going to sell a house. And the people that buy it always want to do something. They either want to paint some flooring, change out windows, put a roof, paint the driveway, something going to be done. And so I work with the real estate companies and fixing houses and getting them ready for sale. And then when they sell, like I said, I go in and do whatever else they needed done. Changing light fixtures and faucets and, but then we'd have to, when I'd go for a real estate guy and I'd go in and fix a house, we'd have to call another real estate guy to sell it, right? So I have investors who buy these properties. Then we got to get somebody selling. Now, I see these cats, man, they come up in a sport coat and a Mercedes. And they sell a house in 2 days that it took me 40 days to put it back together. They sell them in 2 days and made shipload of money.
Plenty of money.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I did well,
Mm-hmm.
but not what they did in 2 days,
Right.
30 days. I said, man. So in '04, I said, man, I got to get my real estate license. So I started studying. '05 came around, and I took the test. I failed it, you know, with 5, 6 times, you know, trying to pass it. One thing I would love to tell anyone that's endeavoring to do anything that requires a city test, license, what have you, is that when you take the study, take the test immediately thereafter, because you can forget, and if you let time lapse in between the education piece and the testing, you forget some things along the way.
Mm-hmm.
And man, I'm working and then say, okay, I'm gonna go take tests. Then a day go by, a week go by, months go by, and I forgot some of the information.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't graduate high school, so I wasn't so, my comprehension wasn't so great
Mm-hmm.
that I can remember everything,
Mm-hmm.
but I can build by a picture.
Mm-hmm.
You can show me a picture and I can build it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But to read the plans, I didn't have that ability.
Got you.
You know, so the comprehension was already a challenge for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then to let the time lapse between school and tests.
Mm-hmm.
So I recommend, you know, go to school, take the test immediately, get it done. If you don't, go back, take it again. The next day, if you can get the next day testing.
So you're saying you failed how many times?
6 times.
6 times.
6 times.
How did you feel after the first time?
So after the first time, it was okay, but it was only like 3 or 4 points. It wasn't very far off, right? It wasn't very far off, but it was enough to keep you from passing. And so, like I stated, at that time, you didn't know where you were failing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you go to school, they tell you where your strengths are,
Mm-hmm.
you know, where your weaknesses are when it comes to passing.
Mm-hmm.
So they say, well, you need to go back and study contracts or agency,
Mm-hmm.
right? So you kind of know, okay, I need to tighten up right here.
Mm-hmm.
Then you go back, you nail it.
Mm-hmm.
But back when I was going in '04 and '05, it was no telling you. You just failed.
Mm.
So you were studying everything.
So you felt that thing 5 times, 6 times?
6 times, man, before I could get it. And finally, I want to say with the 7th try, after having going back to school again,
Mm-hmm.
but I learned immediately after school, as I stated, go back, go take the test. Don't let that time lapse.
Gotcha.
And yeah, man, I went back that last time, and I passed it by 1 point. You know, and that was if God was saying, by His grace. If it wasn't for His grace,
Yes,
you
sir.
know, and we went to yeah, man. So the rest of the story about that, it's in the book. There's more story to that before. Yeah, we didn't just go from that. That wasn't it. That wasn't the end of that. But I want to leave that one for the book so people can go see how that story ended.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So then you became one of the biggest Black African American brokerage companies in Nevada.
So 10 years after studying in '05, 10 years after, I went to study to become a broker.
Mm-hmm.
I'd been doing radio, broadcasting. I started the Greg DeVille Let's Talk Real Estate show.
Mm-hmm.
My slogan is creating wealth through equity.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing this, man, and I'm making money. Make 3 locations at DeVille Realty Company. I go to study to become a broker.
Mm-hmm.
Failed 3 more times. And I had been in the game for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
But that reading comprehension just didn't work for me.
That stuff different.
You know what I mean? Because the book world and the real world is different.
Did you graduate high school?
No, I didn't graduate high school.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I didn't go to college.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm from the School of Hard Knocks. Yeah. So, that's
So
how
it's
it ended
possible.
up.
So you could
Yeah.
come from the School of Hard Knocks
Yeah,
and then make it happen.
absolutely.
And you and I won't be the first ones. And hopefully we the last ones.
Right,
Because we don't want the people
right,
to have
absolutely.
to go through
hmm
and continue the cycle of
Right.
the hard knocks.
That's it. We hope we ended that cycle. Absolutely. Now, how old are you?
43.
43.
43 tomorrow.
Tomorrow. All right. Early. Happy birthday, brother.
Yeah,
right
when I
on,
wake up in
man.
the morning, man. I'm 43. I'm
Yeah,
married at
yeah.
43.
Yeah, good, man. You look good, brother. You look
Hanging in
good,
there.
man. Right on.
Mhm.
Love it.
So, real estate broker, because
Mhm.
that's heavy. And
Finally
then,
passed. Yep.
not only that, became the head honcho of the African Americans in Nevada. How did that happen?
Man, it wasn't nothing that I pursued, brother. It was just I'm so passionate about what I'm passionate about.
Mm-hmm.
Is that people put me there. Wasn't not, man, look, well, let me say it this way. You get my book, you'll find out when I was in junior high school,
Mm-hmm.
I was the narcotics man. I used to sell joints back in the school.
Mm-hmm.
So I've learned that I had sales skills, you know. So when I got into the real estate, my skills didn't fail. I just changed my product. You feel me? I'm not slanging joints and sacks. I'm slanging real estate. So the skills I practiced in junior high and high school with my slanging, I'm slinging houses. And now my buddy teased me, said, DeVille, you got 3 locations, man. You got 3 trap houses, baby. You know, and I'm like, wow. Never even thought. I'm just doing my passion. Wasn't chasing money, money chasing me. I got on that radio and I got to telling people, teaching the community about generational wealth and about success. And it took off like a wildfire.
Gotcha.
Just doing what I do.
The brokerage business took off like wildfire.
Took off like wildfire.
So where do people listen to the radio station at?
So I'm 88.1 KCP, right?
KCP.
I just celebrated 10 years December 31st.
Imagine
I
that.
did my last show, my 10th year show, and now I'm on my 11th year. I just had a show this past Saturday. I'm every second and fourth Saturday of the month.
Gotcha.
Greg DeVille, Let's Talk Real Estate. I'm considered my other show is I'm the Wealth Builder, Greg DeVille, the Wealth Builder. I
the
talk
same
from different,
88.1?
no, 2 different shows. I do another station on Hot 702.5 FM. That's Wednesday at noon. So I fell in love with the radio, man, because it got my name out and it got my information because I'm big on education. You know, now I was dumb as a box of rocks in the world and in the streets. But when I got over here, I started educating myself. Again, I didn't graduate high school, but, you know, I listened to Warren Buffett, you know, and Napoleon Hill, you know, and say, hey, think and grow rich. And so with that, brother, I was able to say, you know what? I can do this. And so that's why I wrote the book, to inspire others. This book is not just a memoir, it's a motivational workbook. It helps to get you to thinking about what it is you want to do. And look at some of the idiotic behavior that I came through and say, yeah, let me avoid that foolish behavior. Because here's how the outcome of that, right? And so the outcome is always a lesson. And that's why the book, The Journey into Entrepreneurship and Success. What's that journey like, DeVille? Tell you about it, right? Tell it to you in a book. And at the end of every lesson, because I don't call them chapters, you would have called it 18 chapters, but it's 18 lessons the book talks about, and the pitfalls and things to avoid and things to hold on to. Yeah.
What is the biggest misconception that people have about real estate?
You know, it's sad, but it's true. Everybody sees the money that you make. I had a month, I made 140,000. I had a month, I made 50,000. But then I've had months I didn't make anything. And so we get into the business, we see the money we make in it, and we driving big Mercedes, and we living in big houses, and we got convertible Benz, we got 500, we got 550s, we got boats on the lake. They see that, but they don't know that there are times when the industry doesn't afford for a deal to close for 2 or 3 months. So you can't just get out there and think you're gonna make money. Yeah, go get your license. You're gonna make money, and your family might be your friends, might be your first 1 or 2 clients. Oh, that was easy.
Right.
The problem is, and the misconception is, we think it's gonna roll like that all the time.
Gotcha.
We think we don't have to say nothing to get something. And the only way you're gonna get in this game is you got to speak up. You can't be no secret agent. You can't think everybody just gonna know who you are and what you do.
In today's social media and information environment, what do you feel? How do you feel about someone having a real estate agent license and not using social media as a platform?
So
is it possible to succeed in the form of paying your bills and selling the house? Both of those, paying your bills and selling the house. Is it possible?
Well, you can't pay your bills if you don't sell a house getting in this game, right?
Yes, sir.
You might need to go get a job.
You might need to go get a job.
And if you're not a hustler, I'm gonna be real frank with you, and I'm gonna look dead in your face and say, if you ain't got hustle, sit down and get out of real estate. Because in this game, baby, you gotta hustle. Because you're going to get licensed, you're going to get your family, you're going to get somebody, and then you're going to get another friend. But after that, who you going to get? What you going to do?
And what about social media?
Social media is great. But people can feel your energy and your passion about what you do. Are you just trying to make money? Or you real serious about this? Right? You ever been to a doctor and doctor just come in and go out? You're like, man, he ain't really asked me what, he took a little something and walked out the room. Then you got them doctors, man, how you feeling? What's been making you feel like? What you been doing that's giving you that problem? They're getting in depth to it. And people that just get into real, and I've seen it, man. I've been in the game 20 years now, going on my 21st year as, in the real estate Vegas, right? I've trained agents in my company. 4 of them have their own real estate companies, right?
Brokerage companies?
Brokerage companies. They own brokers. But they came to me, didn't know nothing about real estate. They were licensed from other companies. And so I'm saying with the training that I give, because I'm so passionate about it, I'm willing to train other agents.
Right.
You know why? Somebody said, well, what would you do? Because there's enough for everybody.
With a smile on your face.
Yeah, it's enough for everybody. In fact, I'm their mentor. They don't go start a company and then fall out with me. I'm like, good luck to you, bro. Call me if I can help you with anything.
What advice do you have for someone that is aspiring to be a real estate agent, but they have doubt?
So you got to pass your doubt, right? And again, you got to have the wherewithal to go out and speak about your business. I used the phrase a moment ago, secret agents. And too many agents, I went into an agent's house one day, me and my wife, we went over to her friend and didn't know that, I didn't know he was an agent. In fact, he had a very nice home. I said, man, if you ever think about selling this, let me know. He said, oh, no worries. He never told me he was a realtor himself. I was like, when she told me, well, he's a real estate agent. I'm like, really? That was a good opportunity to tell me you're an agent too. But, people get into it because they see the money. And granted, the money is good. You can close a couple deals a month and do 30, 40,000, But if you don't have the passion to go out there and make it happen, it'll allow you to pay cash for a new 550 Benz. It's cash. Cash. Break it off. Bam, roll out. But it'll do that for you. It'll give you the ability to pay cash for a yacht on the lake in Marina, in Lake Mead. Cash.
True story.
The real talk. We ain't just fronting. I'm not bragging. I'm saying, but when you have passion, this is what your passion could do. But if you're just out here figuring, everybody gonna know who you are because you got a real estate license. I've heard more people say, DeVille, I just bought a house. But man, I forgot you was a real estate agent. And I used old boy from Summerlin. Because you know what? You forgot to keep your name in front of the people and remind them what you do.
I know someone that has a real estate license, right?
Yeah.
I don't think that they don't really use social media in the form of showing the properties and that they have as much as I feel as though that they should show.
So there could be 2 reasons though. It could be that they have a 9 to 5.
Okay.
Or they full time. So if they got a 9 to 5, that's not their major income. That's not their main income, right? But when you out here like me, baby, this all you got. Yeah. You gonna get out here and make it happen. Everybody going social media. You gonna know if you go to my page, you gonna see what I do. Go to Greg DeVille YouTube. All radio stuff, all my podcasts, everything is talking about real estate. If you want to know what somebody does, go look at their page. It tells you what they do.
Gotcha.
So if I go to your page and you tell me you're a realtor, I ought to see some houses down up in there. I mean, you need to show that you're a real person. Family stuff, good. He's a real family man. He goes out and have fun. He out on the lake on his boat. Yeah. But then you ought to see some houses in there too, that this is what he do. This is what paid for the yacht. Right? Well, how you get that? And that ain't no little boat. I live on the water.
True story.
You feel me? But how we doing it?
Right.
So I tell people, if you're going to be a real estate, no matter, I don't care if you're going to be a doctor. If you don't show up at the office and see patients, you're not going to be a successful doctor. So whatever you doctoring, baby, whatever you doctoring.
Cool. Of course, we got to pay bills. The bills got to get paid.
Yeah.
Make sure you guys go check out our sponsors. Foreign Exchange Lounge, 200 Hoover Avenue. Kreate Leverage Enterprise, Kreate Leverage Toys. Always remember Kreate with a K. Kreate Leverage 360 booth. Photo booth. Always remember Kreate with a K. And we'll be right back. We're going to get into his book after this.
All right.
Brother DeVille,
All right.
the book.
Yes.
How did the idea to write a book come about?
You know, it really wasn't my idea. Let me give credit to what credit due. People have been hearing the story about this cat, Greg DeVille, and how he managed to build an empire in real estate in the black community. And they heard about how he started, not even graduating high school. How did you do that? And when I be telling you, I OD'd and I didn't graduate and my life was this, and they're like, man, that's inspiring, brother. You did this from that. I said, man, you got to write that in a book. And then my buddies in South Central, when I talked to them, in fact, it's funny, my buddy texted me, can I buy the book? Is the book ready, right? Because he's been telling me, man, you got to get it in the book. They knew, see, when I was 18, my daddy died and left me a house full of cars. Left me money. I smoked it all away. I'm going to prison at 19. You know, hanging out with the homies.
California State Prison?
Well, I'm going to Chino.
Chino.
But God had another plan. So I left Long Beach to go get on the bus to go back to the LA County. And I'm gonna leave a cliffhanger right there. You got to read the book to find out how that turned out.
Yes, sir. Tell me where you get the book at.
So the book right now, what we're doing is, I just got them in the mail yesterday. The book launch is going to be January 24th.
January 24th.
Right? 2026 at the new West Las Vegas Library. Right there on Martin Luther King and Jimmy.
I just seen that too.
Yeah, that brand new facility,
That
man.
thing nice too.
It's absolutely beautiful. If you haven't been there, here's an opportunity. You can kill, what's the term, two birds in one stone? You can see the new library. So you come before the book signing, which is at 12 noon to 2 p.m., or you can see the library after the book signing. We want you at the book signing. So if you're going to come see the library, come about 10. It's going to take about 2 hours to see it. The library, that is, because it's got so much. It's 2 levels.
I like it because I can see through. It's like
Oh,
the glass.
God,
The glass. When you drive by.
It's phenomenal. And so we're going to have the book launch there. The book will be ready
January 24th.
January 24th.
Okay.
If you can attend, there is a link that's going to be posted on all my social media platforms.
And we're going to make sure we put it in the Kreate Leverage podcast.
Yes.
On YouTube.
Yes.
Most
yes.
definitely.
Yes. And so we'll have the link where you, because I'm self-publishing, I'm self-distributing the books.
Yes, sir.
So in self-distributing the book, you get it directly from me.
Gotcha.
Right? I
Yes,
just
sir.
ordered 200, just got them in the mail yesterday. Right? We ready, baby. We ready. I got another 3 on the way.
Yes, sir.
Right. We getting stocked. Because remember, I told you I'm from the streets.
Yes, sir.
Well, we used to slang them things.
Yes, sir.
So we had to stay up on the product, baby. We're flipping our money here.
If anybody overstand,
Yeah.
because I'm an author too.
Yeah, yeah.
And I got my books in my car
Right,
right now.
right,
You know what I mean?
right.
So
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So tell them the title.
The title, The Journey into Entrepreneurship and Success. Some people need to see or know what that's like before you get into it. My story is a whole lot of people's story. A lot of people been down the drug scene. A lot of people been down the alcohol road. A lot of people been to prison. But our ending of all of that is different, right? Some people say I'm a mogul in real estate. The largest black-owned real estate firm in the state of Nevada. 3 locations, right? We built the company, all black team, all black real estate team, trained 4 agents to have their own companies and mentor them in their companies.
That's some fly stuff right there.
Yeah, I'm not even, my buddy Larry, Margarita, all the agents.
All that's in the book.
All that's in the book.
That's what I'm talking about. That's history right there.
That's what I'm saying.
So you going down in history.
Well, that's
And-
what legacy's about,
Yes, sir.
right? Because I got a chapter about, you know, your legacy.
Your legacy.
It matters.
Matters.
Financial literacy. It
Financial
matters.
It matters.
We got to talk about that.
Gotcha.
And we got to catch these young cats, man, when they, coming out of high school. I want to get my book. So I don't want to just sell books. I want to buy bulk volume and send them to the women's prison. They sitting down, they ain't doing nothing anyway. Let them get out. Let them get some ideas while they in there. And when they come out, start creating something.
You look good. You look, boy, but you know what I mean? Boy, you
Look just like me,
you
huh?
look just look
Yeah,
good. You look
yeah.
good, boy. You look just, you know what I mean?
Right
Keep
on,
up
bro.
the good work.
Right on, man. 60 years old.
The journey into entrepreneurship and success.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
that. And then I liked how you got the back.
The journey,
Come
baby.
on, man.
The journey.
Talk
It's the journey,
to him.
baby.
Talk to
For
him,
real.
man. The journey.
The journey.
It's symbolic.
Man, look, at the end of the day, you can look at that as a sunset or a sunrise, whatever fits to you. But in my eyes, man, the sun is rising.
The sun is
The
rising.
sun is rising, baby. It's a new day. What you
definitely.
gonna do with it,
Most definitely.
right?
I love it.
Been down the journey, man.
I love it, man.
And I want to inspire, man. Like I said, it's a motivational handbook. After every chapter, it's a reflect and apply.
Gotcha.
How did this chapter help you to go deeper, go farther, and to leverage?
Slightly workshop.
Yeah, it's
Critical-
workbook. Yeah,
critical thinking.
Exactly. We want to motivate you.
Yes, sir.
I ain't just here to tell you my story. I want to give you some nuggets.
Give you some
Go
nuggets.
make you a story.
Yes, go make
Now, yeah,
Talk to the people, man.
Yeah, that's what.
That's-
Well, you asked me about what inspired me, man. When so many people asked me for the book, and I was so busy in real estate, I got my team, I'm working in all my locations. I'm married, but my marriage started having, challenges and things kind of, and then the market was getting a little crazy, a little wild, and it just kind of, told the missus, you know what, got a divorce, man,
That's part of the
I
journey.
didn't want to leave. Yeah, it's part of the journey, but I didn't want to leave bitter. I wanted to make sure we sat down, and I said, what is it you want out of what we built? Because I give her due props. We built this. I didn't do this by myself. My name is on the wall. My name is on the license. It's all up under Greg DeVille. But at the end of the day, she helped me build it. I give her props. She was with me. And that's why today I ain't even mad at her. I told somebody the other day, if I saw her on the side of the road, her car broke down, I'd give her my car and say, go where you're going and I'll wait on the tow truck. Right? I don't want to be bitter, brother. Life's too short
I like
to
that.
be angry.
I like that.
How much work it take to be angry? You just mad? You got to wake up mad. What am I mad about them for? What they do to keep me? Man, let that go, bro. Forgive yourself, beg their pardon, and go on with life.
Go on life.
Yeah.
All right.
Why you mad at somebody and you got to be mad to remember why you mad. It make you mad all over again. I just choose not to live that way,
All right.
right?
I can dig it.
Real talk.
All right, man. So we know the date. So tell the people
Yep.
the date, the time, the location.
January 24th, 2026. It's going to be at the new West Las Vegas Library, right there, Lake Mead, and Martin Luther King, south of Lake Mead, on the right-hand side. The book is, everything is intentional. We're in 2026. The book is $26. Because the number 26 is 6 plus 2 is 8. The number 8 being a new beginning. And because I'm intentional, I'm doing it at 60 years old, right? With purpose, I said, I'm going to finish the book that everybody's been pressing me about because they know the stories. They're like, man, you got to get it out. Because your story is holding somebody in New York from building that business. Your inspiration is somebody needs to hear that they can do it too. Somebody's struggling with some stuff that you already conquered, and can you help them do it? Can you help them at least get motivated? Right?
Yes, sir.
So that's going to be the 24th, and that's 12 o'clock, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. on that Saturday, January 24th.
12
to 2 p.m.
Saturday,
January 24th. That's it.
I'll make sure I be
That's
there.
it. Yep.
I'll make sure. Hey,
One love, baby.
I'll make sure I be there.
Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you.
Thank you for coming to bless the podcast, the
Yes, sir.
podcast studio.
Yes, sir.
This is the Kreate Leverage podcast where financial literacy meets social issues social issues meets entertainment, and our ultimate goal is to uplift and inspire fallen humanity.
Yeah.
Make sure you guys go check out my brother. Make sure you guys go buy the book. Where they buy the book at?
So it'll
We know-
be
we know-
sold after the 24th.
24th.
We have a link that you can hit me on. You can go to all my platforms.
Okay.
I'm Greg DeVille 1 on IG. I'm Greg DeVille at Facebook. So Greg DeVille at YouTube. Greg DeVille. I wanted my life to be easy.
After the 24th.
After 24th.
All they gotta do is Google Greg DeVille.
Google
book,
Greg DeVille.
And it's gonna come up to.
Yep, the link gonna be right there because I'm self-distributing.
Yes, sir.
You'll get a link. It goes right there. Square.
Boom.
Pay for it, and it comes delivered to you.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Until next time, people, make sure y'all stay alive and stay free. Peace.
Peace.